My family was pretty well off until the stock market crash in 2008, and my dad lost his job, and it put a lot of strain on our family, and it triggered a bipolar disorder in him, and that caused my parents to get divorced. I loved going to school. From a very young age, I knew I wanted to go to college, and that was always my golden ticket for some reason. I was very set on that, and I really enjoyed school. My favorite thing in school was band, always, and when I got in high school it was marching band. I was in dual credit college classes when I was 15. I had my freshman year, and then I started my sophomore year, and before Christmas break I found out I was pregnant. It was very unexpected. I was very overwhelmed and not sure what to do next. I kind of felt like all my plans were destroyed. I thought, I can't go to college now. I can't do all these things I've always wanted to do. Well, I'm very close with my mom, so I called her the minute I found out, and she took off work and drove there, and we talked that through, and she was very supportive, but she was also very uncertain on what to do. We were kind of at a loss there for a while. Eva's a year-old now, and she can totally walk on her own. It was amazing. She didn't crawl till she was 8 months old, and then she just learned how to walk and did that instead. While I love being a student, I love learning, it's so fun to be on the other side of that and teach Eva things and watch her learn things. It's so fun for me. I want Eva to totally feel safe at home and know that she has these people that love her and support her no matter what, like I knew my mom would, even through unforeseen circumstances. I found out about Catholic Charities through my high school counselor, and I was thrilled when I found out they had accepted me, because it's like my plans were set in motion. Because as much as I wanted to go to college, I didn't know how I was going to pay for it. I didn't have a lot of options. Being in a low-income family, that was pretty unsure, but Catholic Charities kind of set that in place for me. I met my counselor at Catholic Charities, and he's incredibly kind. How he explained it to me was he does what he can to help me get through college. Catholic Charities does. And he said if my car is breaking down, they can pay for that. Anything that would keep me from succeeding in college, they will step in and take care of it. It made me feel great that he said that. It was like I had this safety net to keep me where I wanted to be. Without Catholic Charities, I don't know that I would be in college right now, because just of the expenses of college. And while I work, that money pretty much goes to food. It doesn't go to other things that could go to college instead. So Catholic Charities is the reason I'm in college. I know emotionally that I will always have my mom, whereas in a way, Catholic Charities, I know that they can support me on my journey through college, and I know that they'll be there through those circumstances. Catholic Charities really improves my confidence that I can do what I plan to do, what I want to do, and it feels great to have that support and know that I can do it.
Being in the military was like a dream, a memory that it didn't happen. It was just, it's so clear, like all the images and everything just still there. But you know, like being in Iraq, it was, it felt like a nightmare I was never gonna wake up from. When I first started, I was very hood, as we called it. I was high speed about everything I did. I volunteered for everything. I went through heavy gunner school. I went through the military police, prison training. That was with special forces. I went through sniper school. That was really amazing. It was tough. I enjoyed the adventure of being in the military and serving my country. I was in Iraq, and we were about to go out on a convoy. One of our trucks broke down, so the other convoy went around us. The gun truck, and they were clearing the bridge that I cleared hundreds of times. One of my good friends, she was hit. an ID went off over her head. We rushed out to go assist, and it was very messy. That smell of, the burning, and it was bad. It was a really bad situation that I thought that I was really good at my job and that I would have detected it or caught it. I don't know how many times I went over that scenario, dreams of that, and the position she was in, that was the point that, I would have been. I blamed myself for the longest time and just tried thinking, what could have I done to change that? My mind was always just running. It really affected my life after that. I was having a lot of anger problems afterwards, a lot of emotional problems. I was drinking all the time. I lost, my job. I was having problems with all my friends. I was pushing my family away because I didn't want to believe there was a problem. I knew there was a problem, but I just didn't want to believe it. It wasn't until I met my fiance and met Catholic Charities that I was able to actually see the light at the end of the tunnel. I was having a lot of financial problems. We're about to get evicted, and they ended up helping us with our rent. Catholic Charities, and then they saved me. They saved me. My counselor, Laurel, it was professional, but at the same time felt kind of like family. And I hadn't felt that in a while, so when I talked to her, she had me take a memory from Iraq and write about it. It really was the changing point. It made me understand and go through the grieving process. I never grieved over it, and to understand that it wasn't my fault. There was nothing I could do about it. It just really made me feel that I could change, and I felt comfortable and safe where I was at. When I fell in love with my fiance, and I didn't see that coming, and her getting me to Catholic Charities, that really changed my life.